If it's a crossover SUV you're after, like so many thousands of shoppers across the country, you have a ton of options to consider. They're all fairly flexible, they've all got all-wheel drive, most are 4-cylinder powered, and many are designed to tackle the odd dirt road or light cottage trail, and that's about it. Now, if you're after a crossover that's a bit more capable, say less likely to see you calling a friend with a tow strap to get you unstuck, and less likely to be playing oil pan roulette on rough trails, there's really only one option. This is it, the Trailhawk. It's the new top performing version of the Jeep Cherokee when it comes to off-road ability. It's lifted, has aggressive tires, skid plating, recovery hooks, a very advanced 4-wheel drive system, rear differential lock, a low-range transfer case, and even special high-clearance bumpers. The featured content here when it comes to actual capability just simply blows the doors off of virtually any other crossover. This thing's in a class of its own.
And as a high-capability crossover, this is a fairly niche product. Now, other versions of the Cherokee are cross-shopped against any number of other cute Utes off-roaders that'll probably never see more challenging conditions than a slushy Starbucks parking lot. And that standard Cherokee stands on its own with good value for the money, great ride quality on rough roads, a clever 4-wheel drive system, and a great interior. But for the shopper after maximum capability in the Cherokee lineup, and about the most capable crossover model on the road, period, this is the one.
The looks leave little to the imagination, including the taller ride height and these revised bumpers for better approach and departure angles, so you still have bumpers after climbing over steep things. Inside you get this console where you can activate various driving modes for snow, mud, rocks, and more. Engage the rear diff lock, the 4-low transfer case, hill descent control, or select speed, which is sort of like a cruise control for low-speed off-road crawling. From this little console then, drivers can call any number of tools from the Trailhawk's extensive off-road toolbox into action for the task at hand, whether it's mud, a steep climb or descent, or anything else. The capability really is second to none, even in situations that turn your rider, who is an off-road chicken, into a sniveling baby. The Trailhawk just crawls on through. I'm particularly scared of heights, so the hill descent control, which locks your downhill speed at about 2 kph no matter what, was a really welcomed feature and a massive stress release. And on a steep climb, there's traction to spare and amplified climbing power thanks to that uniquely available low range. It's all enjoyed from the lap of high-tech luxury. The Cherokee's cabin is one of its strongest assets. Clean, tidy, organized, modern, and nicely trimmed and put together, but not glitzy or overdone. There's flexibility by way of the folding seats and the adequate cargo hold, and there's a wicked clever storage bin built in beneath the passenger seat bottom too. All said, whether you're off-roading on a weekend with the wife and dog or tackling the highway on your 9 to 5, it's a nice place to be in here. The central command system is hands down the market's best at the moment. Fast-acting, vivid graphics, highly useful, but more importantly, easy and logical to use with minimal learning curve and minimal likelihood of getting Russian-level angry as you sort it out. Other high-tech goodies include a backup camera, lane departure warning, a self-parking system, and collision warnings. All of this stuff enhances confidence on the road in the same way the advanced electronic assist systems enhance it in the rough. Finally, for all that capability, it's a real nice thing to drive around town or on the highway, where Cherokee Trailhawk is largely quiet, smooth, comfy, laid back, and no more difficult to maneuver or operate than a Toyota Camry. Power came from a 3.2-liter Pentastar V6 rated at 270 horsepower. There's generous low-end torque, it's pleasingly smooth and eager when pushed, and mileage landed at 11.5 liters per 100 clicks on my watch, reasonable given the capability, and thanks in no small part to the 9-speed transmission and its low cruising revs. Finally, it's easy to enter and exit. Even with that lifted ride height, you just slide over into your seat. There's room to spare for 4 full-size adults, with headroom diminishing most quickly for larger occupants. So there you have it. It's just like most other crossovers, flexible, car-like to drive, and packed with the very latest in tech, though with a fairly extreme upgrade package that sets drivers up for about the highest level of off-road capability you'll find in a crossover today. But ultimately it is a crossover, which means it's built like a car, not a truck, which may be the cause of my biggest complaint. Where a truck or even a tougher off-roader like a Jeep Wrangler feels tough, durable, and solid on rough terrain, Trailhawk's suspension can often feel sloppy, noisy, and more delicate. It will get you anywhere you need, but I was just hoping it would feel and sound more durable doing it. This suspension was fairly noisy on most of the surfaces that we filmed on today, and this isn't even that rough of a trail. There is a solution though.
Of course, as a crossover SUV goes, Trailhawk is about as good as it gets, and the off-road capability here, largely thanks to that array of advanced features, will leave other comparable models at the start of the trail. Now, the thing is, if what you're really after is even more capability and that authentic Jeep take on adventure-ready driving, there is another option for you in this price range.
Here's the Wrangler Willys Wheeler. It's the same price as the Trailhawk. The chassis is made of steel rails and iron girders, which means it feels tougher on lousy terrain because it is. The special version borrows equipment from the top-line Wrangler Rubicon, but without the high price. It's more capable, tougher, more authentic, and though it's not nearly as nice a machine to drive on the road and doesn't have all the gadgets you'll find on the Trailhawk, it is the absolute real deal and a machine that imparts tremendous confidence. Where the Trailhawk is a daily driver that can handle some very serious off-roading, the Willys Wheeler is a very serious off-roader that can handle your daily driving. And if you're test driving one, be sure to drive them both. They're two Jeeps done two ways with the same goal, giving you plenty of confidence on the road less traveled with pricing from the mid-30s. Thanks for watching.